We're going to have now a man who's a member of the Grand Ole Uproar and sang one of your numbers, Bob Luman.
Bob's a talented boy, puts on a great show.
And you've heard this is quite well, Poor Boy Blues.
Yeah.
One more time I go. Just a little thing called the Poor Boy.
Yeah, Bob Luman, and Just a Little Thing Called the Poor Boy Blues. That's a nice number. You recorded that undoubtedly, haven't you?
Yeah, I did that. Gosh, I don't remember the label that I was on at that time, but I did record it. I think Bob's got a real good record of that.
Shout it out, Dave. Top of your voice.
Dolly Records.
Dolly Records.
Dolly, sure, I remember. Yeah.
I think I should interview Dave Travis about Carl Perkins, shouldn't I?
Right.
Yeah, that's nice. In fact, Bob is very rock and roll based. I know I got a lot of these Air Force shows, of which you've just done one fairly recently, which I've got.
Oh, really?
Show for the United States Air Force.
Yeah, I'm going to do some more of those. In fact, as soon as I get back to the States, which will be in early May. I'm going to be here for a couple of months, but I'm going to do some more of those Air Force shows. I like to do those.
Yeah, they're nice. You did Blue Suede Shoes, Country Boy's Dream,
Right.
and a couple of others.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play it soon, probably when Dave's on the program singing live, because it makes him jealous he hasn't got it. I like doing it. We've got Sonny James doing one of your numbers now, All the Way Together.
I think he does a great job on this song, and I'm kind of proud of this song. I wrote the song about my wife, and Sonny James recorded it. It's called All the Way Together.
Right, and in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to have this in two parts.
All the way together
Yeah, the nice sound of Sonny James there, and a pretty ballad all the way together. Once again, a different Carl Perkins composition, I think.
Yeah, that's one of the slowed down and mellowed Carl Perkins songs.
Do you ever sing just for yourself? You know, if you're by yourself at home or something like that, do you pick up and sing? And if you do, what sort of songs do you sing, Carl?
Well, usually at home, when I go in the den to pick up my guitar, my boys usually come in, and they like to rock a lot. So when they get tired, if I'm not worn out by then, I'll slow down and sing songs like that.
Dan Van Heems wants to know, and in fact, I think this will be one of the last ones before we announce the prizes. Any unissued Sun tracks, or are they all out, including alternative takes? Be difficult to say, wouldn't it?
Well, really, there's not very much left, if any at all, Bob. I think because there's been so many things come out that I didn't even know was there. But I'd say with all the things that have come out, they're probably digging in the bottom of the barrel now.
Right. Russ Brown wants to know, which modern country artist do you listen to the most?
Modern country artist that I listen to the most, gosh, I listen to them all. I think Conway Twitty's doing an awfully good job with country music. I like the way he does. I like the songs he writes, the way he records them. I think he's a great country artist.
John Evan of Luton wants to know, was the late Luther Perkins any relation?
No, we were not any kin at all. We were brothers at heart. He was one of the greatest guys I ever knew, but we were no kin.
George Wood, another good question. Ever regretted not becoming a doctor?
Well, that's a great question. I don't think I would ever have had or will ever have the capabilities or the qualities of becoming a doctor.
Well, why a doctor? Was there anything in your past to indicate this?
Well, nothing other than I've paid a lot of visits to doctors through dumb accidents I've had in my past. But, no, there's no way I could have ever been a doctor.
Oh, weird. Okay, let's have, this is Jerry Lee Lewis, the cousin of Mickey Gilley.
Right.
I think he'd probably kill anyone if they put it that way. With a great rocker of yours, Pink Pedal Pushers.
Right.
Boing. Yeah. You didn't know about that.
No, I didn't. I tell you, the Killer cut a loose on that. I like that very much. I sure do.
Tell the Killer story.
Yeah. I did a television show that was shown on Elvis's birthday back in the States. It was a network TV show. It was called Nashville Remembers Elvis on his birthday. Jerry Lee was on the show with me, and as well as quite a few artists, Merle Haggard. Just a lot of us did a hour's tribute to him. But I was sitting in the dressing room, and the Killer, somebody knocked on the door, and I said, "Come on in." And in walked Jerry Lee. Well, the cigar came in first, and then he followed it.
He smokes logs, Jerry Reed says.
Yeah. He said, Cat, he calls me Cat. He said, "Cat, your blue suede shoes has finally been done right." And I started to thank him because I just got through doing it on the show. I said, "Oh, yeah?" He said, "Yeah, I just cut it." So he'll have blue suede shoes in his next album, he told me.
Oh.
But that's the Killer, man.
Yeah, modest as ever. This is, in fact, Johnny Cash doing, he's done a few of your songs, and this one is called Ballad of Boot Hill. Very different, too. Western thing.
It is. It was a song that I wrote. I visited Boot Hill, and then the day after I was there, late that afternoon, I sat in a motel room and wrote this song.
Way up on Boot Hill.
The Ballad of Boot Hill there.
That's it.
That's my hillbilly accent. And that's, of course, a composition by Carl Perkins, who's our live guest for the next 12 minutes. Been on nearly an hour and three-quarters. In fact, over an hour and three-quarters. And Carl, we managed to get through 21 questions, hundreds more, literally, we could have had, and we've written down about 50 more that we just couldn't get through. But would you give me 6 numbers between 1 and 21, please? But you don't obviously know the connection.
Oh, you mean just...
6 numbers, just think of them.
All right.
Preferably in order, so don't go back on yourself.
All right, let's start with number 6, since you said 6.
Why not, sir? That's Bill Lake.
We'll go with number 11.
Number 11, that's Neville Millwood. We are going to be ringing these people. They don't have to ring us. Yep.
Number 14.
Number 14, Sean O'Donnell.
Number 17.
Number 17 is Mike Strake.
Number 19.
Number 19, how are we doing? How we got? Number 19 is Russ Brown.
Will we do one more?
We're counting. Maggie's working hard. Yes, you're right.
All right, number 21.
Why not, sir? My age, 21. You got 21, Mag, or have I?
You have somewhere. Oh, no, I have.
Thank you, Mag. Nice girl. John Smith. John Smith, you're the winner there. Right. Those will be getting in touch with you in the next few minutes. Stand by your phones. And we now have the man who we've been talking a lot about today, because he did help with about half a dozen of these records or more. I appreciate it. That's Dave Travis, who not only is a fine singer and artiste,
yes,
he's just come back from Hungary. He was deported, where he took part in a television show. And he's done a rockabilly album. He's even done some of your compositions. Have you? You haven't, of course, heard this yet.
No, I haven't. I'm looking forward to it.
You can leave the room for a few minutes if you... Only kidding there, Dave.
Well, I believe baby's back in town. Yes, I believe my baby's back in town.
Yeah, that is Dave Travis, who's in the studio with us, Carl.
Oh, that's a nice sound. I love that sound. That's very good, Dave.
Thanks
for cutting it, man.
Help me find my baby,
Yeah.
he says on the record. It's nice. We've had Johnny Cash, so I think it's only fair we have Tommy Cash. In fact, this was quite a hit for him that you wrote from.
Yeah, it was. I think Tommy did a great job on this song too, Bob. It was. It's a song that it's one of my favorites, really, that I've written. It's kind of a message song. It's by Tommy Cash, as my friend Bob Powell said, and it's called Rise and Shine.
Little children do not worry, 'cause you still got lots of time.
Yeah, that's Tommy Cash, Johnny's brother and Rising Star. That's nice spirited. Have you ever recorded that?
Yes, I did. But unfortunately, it hadn't been released, Bob. I cut it down in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. But I hope to do that in the near future. I'd like to put it on an album. Maybe put a little different beat in the song.
What is this Muscle Shoals recordings you did that weren't issued?
Well, they were actually there's about 24 tracks that I recorded down there, and there's some really, I think some of the best things I've done in a long time. But between the time I recorded them, I then signed with Jet Records, so they will probably never be released. But there's some really good songs. There was 4 or 5 songs I recorded that were written by Foster and Rice, especially for me. Well, maybe there'll be a way we can get them out somewhere.
Who owns the tapes? Any idea?
Well, yeah, they belong to Johnny Marsh, the producer of Norval Phelps and
right.
John Wesley Riles.
A Missouri boy.
That's right.
In Nashville. We got now another track, and the final track that'll have to be of the day from your album, and this one. If people believe this title, in fact, you didn't write the song, Hang Up My Rock and Roll Shoes, that they will not approve of that at all. C. Willis, who's he?
Chuck Willis was to me, one of the greatest rock and roll singers of all time, and it's so ironic. One side of this last record was called What Am I Living For? And this is one of my favorite Chuck Willis songs, Hang Up My Rock and Roll Shoes.
Hang up my rock and roll shoes. You never will, I'm sure of that. That's Carl Perkins.
Well, I sure hope it's a long time.
And that is from his Jet album. And it's called Carl Perkins' Old Blue Suede's is Back. And that's on Jet UA TV 30146, out next week or just about then. I would like to thank very much indeed, in fact, Jet Records for arranging. That's Adrian and my old mate Willie. I can't be there on Saturday, Bob Morgan. I believe your excuse, Willie. And Carl, fantastic pleasure. I've really enjoyed the program. You've been a great guest. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Bob, so very much. I just want to thank all the sweet people who called in and all of you that's listening. I love you out there, and it's you that's caused me to get to come back to England again. God bless you, and I'll see you again.
And we'll see you next week at 2, and the guest is Alan Reynolds.